Cooking with Yvonne Douglas. I'm Doug, and today we're going to discuss some tips for creating a garland for your staircase banisters. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So the first thing we're going to discuss is the type of garland we're going to use for our staircase banisters. Now, depending on the width of your staircase, that kind of dictates what type of garland to use. Ours is kind of narrow, so I decided to use a thinner garland than that thicker one that branches out really thick. And I kind of like it a little bit better because it doesn't seem so cumbersome. It doesn't seem like we're being enclosed by Christmas garland when we go up the stairs. I just wanted a nice draping of some garland that has Christmas colors in it that kind of goes along with our Christmas tree and the garland that we made for our fireplace mantle. So we show you in that episode, it's entitled Christmas Garland. Yvonne and I show you how to put some garland together. And that's pretty much what we did here. It's not as thick, and I wanted it that way, so I pretty much used one strand of that thin garland that I think it was around $15 that I got on Amazon. And then I also added that inexpensive garland that was around $9 that has the berries and the leaves and some pine cones on it. And I kind of put those two together, and that garland already comes with lights. However, on this side of the staircase, we do not have an outlet, which I want to get that outlet done one day. But so I put battery operated lights, and it's not that bad really. It's not too much of a difference between the garland that's on the staircase over there as opposed to this one. I think it's pretty much the same type of lighting, so it's not that noticeable. But that's what we had to do, is put some battery operated lights. So I'm going to kind of go through and kind of show you some of the garland up close. And as you can see behind me, that's a wreath. I'll show you that too. That's something that I created, which was a lot of fun. And I think it goes really well with our Christmas decorations this year and our theme. So let's take a look. So the first thing you want to do is to measure your staircase. You want to measure the length of your staircase. So everywhere that you're going to be putting garland, you want to measure that and then add extra to that, because if you want your garland to swoop or kind of swag, then you definitely need to add extra to that length when you're preparing how much garland to use. Tip number 2 is to think about how thick your garland should be. If you have a narrow staircase, then you definitely want your garland to be thinner. And if it's a wider staircase, then you definitely want it to be thicker. Tip number 3 is to decide on lighting. If you have garland that is already pre-lit, then that's awesome. But if it doesn't have lights on it, then you may want to think about battery operated lights and pay close attention to if they're warm white lights or cool white lights. So the first thing I want to show you is the bow at the end of the staircase here. And it's a bow that we created using the Easy Bow Maker. And if you are interested in learning how to create a bow, please check out the Christmas Garland episode. I'll leave the link down below, and we'll show you how to create beautiful bows using the Easy Bow Maker or a bow dabra. And so if you're interested in learning how to do that, please check out that video. Tip number 5 is using Christmas picks in your Christmas garland that goes on the staircase. As you can see, we have an array of different Christmas picks here, and they also match what's on our Christmas tree and fireplace mantle garland. So now you want to put your garland together and start creating it. And if you watch our video over creating a Christmas garland, that shows you all the steps in doing that process. Tip number 7 is don't forget about those Christmas ornaments to add to your Christmas garland. They're going to make it fun and festive. These ties, I love these ties. Oh my gosh. They're plastic and they're used to hold up the Christmas garland. So as you can see, I have one right there. And it's plastic, it's not that noticeable, and we can use the picks and the greenery to kind of hide it. But it's really awesome to use to attach to your garland. And here's another one there, you can see, but you can barely see it. So I just love that. They're called 20 titles and Holiday Joy, and this was the wrapper that came. But these are awesome to use if you want to use something to tie your garland onto your stair banisters. Awesome. You can find these on Amazon. And tip number 9 is adding those embellishments. You would definitely want to make sure you add some ribbon to your garland, and everything that's around the staircase, like the door, should have a wreath on it. And also we put our Santa Claus that we purchased at Holiday Warehouse in Plano, Texas. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas today. Hopefully you have some ideas, new ideas about maybe what to put on your Christmas garland or how to create it. Remember, you don't always have to buy that really thick garland unless that's just something that you like. But maybe really think about your staircase. If it's narrow, use a thinner garland. If it's wider, use that thicker garland. All right, well, that concludes Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas today. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and like this video. And until next time, happy cooking. Bye-bye.